How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I picked up some different 4K Blu-rays. I got these from, I think mainly, most of them were on Amazon. They were all on sale, so let's go through and see what I got. I picked up a few ones that I'm pretty excited about, actually. And some of them are a little Halloween themed, even though now we're in Christmas time. But when there's a good sale and a good deal, you gotta pick it up when they're classic movies. So let's see what we got. Alright, this first one I got is one of my favorite superhero films of all time. It's very long, but it's visually stunning, it's beautiful, and I'm really excited to revisit this, and that is Zack Snyder's The Watchmen. That's what the cover looks like. That is the back. And this one specifically is the Ultimate Cut Watchmen, which I don't believe I've seen before. So this says that the Ultimate Cut, never seen in theater, integrates... Okay. This says the Ultimate Cut, never seen in theaters, integrates the animated tales of Black Freighter into the director's cut. So I guess there's an animated story that was made that they intercut into this. That's pretty interesting. The movie is pretty long already, so it'll be interesting to see if this really adds a lot to the story and makes me more invested or enjoy the story more, or if it's a little too much and there's a reason that it's not in there. But I just remember watching this and being blown away, seeing superheroes act not like superheroes, not like good guys necessarily. So this is like The Boys before The Boys. I'm pretty excited to check this one out again. It's awesome. So that is Zack Snyder's The Watchmen. In my opinion, I would say that it's my favorite Zack Snyder film, and it's pretty darn near perfect. So I'm excited to check this one out again. That is Zack Snyder's The Watchmen. Alright, so coming in with our Halloween theme, like I was saying, this is kind of like a B movie, I would say, but I actually really enjoy this film. I saw it in theaters, and I had a really fun time watching it. And it stars Hugh Jackman and Kate Beckinsale, and that is, of course, the masterpiece. That is Van Helsing. That is the back. I mean, this is Hugh Jackman being awesome Hugh Jackman. I'm pretty excited to check this one out again. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun, dark comedy / action movie. It's just a blast. If you're not looking for super highbrow, storytelling, this is actually a lot of fun and has some pretty cool action set pieces. I believe, from what I remember, I haven't seen it in a long time, but from what I remember, it starts with Frankenstein's monster, and he's in Transylvania and he's been hunted down by the villagers, and it's just a cool opening. And then also, I believe Hugh Jackman, his opening is with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so he has a run-in with Mr. Hyde. That's really fun. I feel like him in London, it's got this cool story and lore where I think he's working at the Vatican, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. It's just a fun Halloween time vampire movie. It's just a fun action movie. If you're into Hugh Jackman, doing the Wolverine stuff, being an action star, this is a fun time. Kate Beckinsale, from what I remember, she also holds her own as an action star in this. I think this is, I'm not sure if this is before the Underworld movies or after the start of that, but this is a fun Halloween movie. I highly recommend checking this out. If you haven't seen it in a long time, it's worth a revisit. I'm excited to check it out in 4K. That is Van Helsing. Alright, and one more Halloween time movie. Another vampire classic. This is one I always like to revisit around Halloween, and that is The Lost Boys. This one's got a cool cover. What can I say about The Lost Boys? It's just a classic vampire movie. People are strange. You got the Doors playing in the background. You get buff shirtless saxophone players on the beach, and so many different fun things. You got Corey Feldman in here and Corey Haim. There seems to be a lot of bonus features on here, so I'm excited to check that out. I'm excited to see a 4K remaster of The Lost Boys. It's just a fun, I mean, this scene right here, it's such an iconic scene, man. It's so much fun. It's just like a fun 80s vampire movie where it's just a classic kind of slasher vampire film where there's vampires and we gotta slay them. And that's what we're gonna do. It's bloody. It's, you know, it's gory. There's so many classic scenes in this, turning, you know, Chinese food into worms, you know, and the train sequence here. There's just so many fun and interesting set pieces in this movie, so I'm excited to check this one out again. That is The Lost Boys. Alright, and last but certainly not least comes a franchise that changed how movies are made. It changed the movie making industry. It's one of the biggest stories ever told. They filmed all 3 of these movies at once. Nobody ever heard of anybody doing that before. It's completely ambitious and unheard of, and that of course is Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings trilogy. So this is the cover. It's a pretty cool cover. That is the back. And this has all the Lord of the Rings films. I've heard some not so good things about the 4K remaster, about how it's like kind of over, what do they say? It's got like a waxy kind of feel to it. It's like over compressed kind of a thing. It's not very sharp, or maybe it's like over sharp, and I know for sure they get rid of the film grain, you know, which is a stylized look, and then there's a lot of color correction in this, so they changed a lot. So if you've seen this on a Blu-ray, a regular Blu-ray, it looks very different. I don't know if the common person, the average layman, would notice such things, but maybe they would. I'm excited to look at it and check it out. I'm sure it's going to look beautiful either way, but it might not be the most perfect thing. I'm excited to see the scope of this, the orcs, you know, the grand massive wars and battle, Helm's Deep. I'm excited to watch Helm's Deep in 4K. That just seems like a blast to me. I'm super excited about that. This is such an amazing, a stink bug just landed on my anyway. It just seems really fun and amazing, and I'm excited to check it out again. This is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. I was pretty disappointed with the Hobbit movies. I didn't really like them that much. I mean, they were fine. They were just fine. But they weren't at the level of what this was. So I'm excited to go through this and check it out. What can you say about the Lord of the Rings trilogy? This is, I mean, how many Oscar nominations did this get? It's an amazing piece of cinema, and I'm happy to add it to my collection. That is Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings. Alright guys, that is it for me, and thanks a lot for checking out the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, which should be over here, I believe, and a video which should be over here, or they could be reversed. One of the two. I don't know. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one.